Hello and welcome again to a quick battle report on the Battle of Pruzana in my Barbarossa playthrough of the Grand Campaign from Campaign Book 1, the Barbarossa Grand Campaign that is. Please watch my previous videos for some more details. The first battle, which was the battle for the Book River, was won by the Germans 5-0, and they actually caught an objective too, and this one was won by 5-3. Now, if you watched my strategy video that I recorded, it turned out to be a closer battle than I thought. Also, I suppose because the Germans got a little bit impatient anyway and advanced, and the Russians did take some pot shots at the Germans as I had intended. And you know, just picked away at them, scoring a hit every now and then. Here they moved forward a couple of units trying to attack some of the Germans rather than just waiting to be annihilated themselves. They actually got pretty close to annihilating this one, but then they got counterattacked, and that single infantry unit that actually tried that, or maybe there were two at a certain time, they were both destroyed. Russian tanks got pretty offensive too. As I said, it didn't seem like a good strategy for me to just, just sit and die. So the Russians basically tried to attack a little bit themselves too. They were pretty, relatively successful. There was also a barrage card. Or artillery bombard, sorry, which did quite a lot of damage and took out a German tank. And what's especially noticeable, I think, is that, if you look at the number of tanks that the Germans actually started with, many of their units are simply severely depleted. Now, obviously, that doesn't really count, and I guess they get them all back in the end, and the Germans won the scenario anyway. But it was a lot closer than I thought. The final card was an armor assault, which really did it for them, which achieved the win. This unit took out the tank unit that started here and attacked and actually hurt a couple of German units as well, but died in the process, so to speak. And these units were ordered as well, but they were no longer necessary. So I was taking a bit of a chance here, obviously, getting so close to the Russian units. And but the Germans did have a lead all the time, and it didn't really look like the Russians had much of a chance to score 2 medals in a single turn or something like that. But as I said, they did much better than I thought they would. And now the next scenario is going to be, according to the Grand Campaign Barbarossa rules, one of the northern front ones or the southern front ones. I'm just going to go north because that's the order that's actually given in the book. Simply the actual order as the scenarios appear, even though I could have chosen to go south first. But I'll just play the first one from the northern campaign first. So a little bit of this battle. I did find it to be a little bit boring. It's certainly not the most exciting scenario I've ever played. And again, my favorite scenarios really are the breakthrough ones because they are a lot more versatile and there's simply a lot more going on and you have a lot more options. Having said that, there are a couple of scenarios that use the normal board as well. For instance, the Stalingrad one from the Eastern Front expansion on the Red Barricades factory. That one is simply fantastic, and there are a few more of those, but I do find the experience a little bit disappointing in the sense that, as I'm really used to playing breakthrough or double breakthrough, I really prefer that. There's more depth to them and everything. But yeah, the campaign feeling is certainly nice. The result of one battle carries over to the next, so that's fun, all right. But quite often I have the idea that the battle is over before it's really started. I wouldn't necessarily say that here in this particular case. Sooner or later the Germans would have won. I mean, it doesn't really matter just how many units they have left, but they certainly would have won. But yeah, as I said, sometimes it happens that you feel like, hey, wait a minute, this battle isn't really over, but it is because you've already achieved the relatively small number of medals that you need, and one or two cards at the right moment can really be decisive in larger battles, especially in the breakthrough format. That tends to even out, and one card or two cards are not usually decisive. Well, anyway, enough rambling, I suppose. This concludes the battle report of the Pruzana battle, and next we're heading north to Army Group North. Thank you for watching.